Okay, so welcome to a unique video, and this was suggested by somebody on my YouTube post that I know everybody's talking about marriage, but what about if you're not interested in marriage? How can you see this? Very, very interesting, okay, analysis or a very, very interesting question. So how do you see this in a chart? I want you to comment below. Let me know what is it that you think, okay? And obviously, these are the things that I'm going to be discussing within the marriage course. I'm uploading one video a week because this way, when I upload just one video, it's like my entire focus is on that video. I'm not stressed that I got this going, this going, this going. Now I got to make 3 or 4 more videos additionally there. You're like, okay, now let's get this quickly finished because that's what I promised. So with one video, it's good. Okay. So we just finished Venus and all the signs and houses. I uploaded one particular chart of remedy in there as well. Now this week, probably once this ice melts and everything and all things I need to take care of in the house are done, then probably by Thursday, Friday, I'll upload Venus's combinations. Okay. So what Venus does when it's in combination with other planets. Now, what do you think is the reason? You may be thinking, well, it's got to be malefics in the planet, malefics in the seventh house, malefics surrounding Venus, right? And it's a very simple, basic thing to understand this part, especially when you think from the terms of astrology. So when you think from this term, it's so simple, right? Malefics in the seventh and malefics surrounding Venus, right? No, because malefics are like this. We are taught that, hey, from our mother, eat your green vegetables, okay? Eat your healthy food, drink juice. But what is that we want? We want that soda. We want to eat those kachoris and chole bhatures and burgers and pizzas and, fried chicken with hot sauce, right? We want all that. We want to go to Korean barbecue and have that food. Because so what happens with malefics, they make you attract towards the things that are not right for you. So even if you see malefics in the seven, the person wants that. Person wants it because that becomes that life challenge and life's mystery. Why is it that I'm not able to just stick to someone, and why it's people just come and just leave my life? I want it. Okay. Like with me, I've gone through many, many breakups in my life, but I was still like, I want to be with someone. I want to build my life with someone. Didn't stop me. Okay, with the malefic impact. So this is what malefics do. Okay. But what makes you see a bowl of fried chicken or your favorite fried dish with all the carbs in it, sugar in it? What attracts you to it? It's your senses and it's that mind, wherever that mind is. Like, yes, I want this and I got it. I'm gonna eat it. Where somebody, you bring them this same bowl of that delicious street food, they'll be like, I'm gonna throw up if you bring this in front of me. I do not want it. Nope. I'm okay with my simple rice and dal. Okay. So it all starts from the mind. And these are the charts that you will see on my Facebook posts that I've chosen. Okay. Including, um, should have seen. Because see, I had all of these evidence in here, my hard drive, which failed during last Mercury retrograde. And literally it's going to be almost $3,000 to $4,000 to fix this. And a lot of important information is in there. So eventually it'll get fixed. But even if you look, um, right in my phone, I have emails. People are sending me emails after that Facebook post. So I've got like almost, Jesus, almost 100 additional charts. But we're not going to do that. So let me show you the charts. Chart number one. Okay. What do you see? Number one, we naturally see it's a Virgo ascendant. Okay, I don't know if you have taken my Virgo blind chart prediction course, but for Virgo ascendant, naturally, marriage is something gets dissolved. Even if a person is married, they eventually just, whether it's there, not there, no worries. Okay. But if you look in this chart, Moon is with Ketu in Sagittarius, right? So Moon has taken the qualities of Ketu and literally they're exactly conjunct. I think this person, if they would have been born like half an hour, 20 minutes before, it would have been exactly conjunct. So in life, when it comes to settlement of family, settlement of their own kutumba, that interest is not there. Okay? That interest is that detachment is there. They're not really attached to, okay, I have to form a family. And especially it impacts marriage because the same dispositor of Moon also is ruling the seventh house. And yet, seventh lord is retrograde. Okay. And it meets Shani. If, let's say, retrograde Jupiter, still a person may want to get married. If, let's say, this we put Venus in the second house in Libra and retrograde Jupiter is going towards Venus. But this retrograde Jupiter is going towards Shani. They have this cold view because remember, what is Saturn? Saturn is cold and ice, just like outside of my home that I can't even leave right now. The person feels cold towards that concept of unionship, especially that legalized unionship. Mercury, Moon, and Ketu naturally brings that phobia towards certain things. OCD towards that certain things. Then the same Moon in the Navamsha is with Ketu and Mars. Okay. And Venus, the Karka of marriage, Venus, the Atma Karka of Navamsha, is looking at Moon. Atma Karka is Mercury, but Venus is the Atma Karka of this particular chart. It is the soul of this chart. So it's telling this Moon, hey, marriage, marriage. And then Moon is now surrounded with Mars and Ketu is like, no, there's too much constraint in there. I'm detached and relationship for me seem to bring out the anger in me, brings out the frustration in me. Okay. Second chart. Where's Moon? Third house. Dispositor Moon is in the seventh house. Exalted. But Moon is trying from Ketu. Literally look at this chart. Exactly. And again, these are not some charts I made up. Look at my Facebook post. I'll probably have that post up for the next week or so, and then I'll take that out. Okay. These charts are there. But look at that exactly conjunct. And Moon is being influenced and trying from all these cluster of planets in the seventh house. Now, there's another story with Sun being in the seventh, which I don't want to get into right now. We'll get into in the course. But Moon is feeling detached. Okay. And what is the third house? Like literally, if do you guys know, when it comes to marriage, literally all houses are active. All houses are to be taken into consideration. Because you'll be thinking, why does sixth house have anything to do with my marriage timing or marriage? Sixth house is the Upapada for the spouse who you're going to marry. Eighth house is your life of the marriage. 12th house is your Upapada. Take any house, it will be somehow connected with the marriage. So third house is the Bhagya of the marriage, luck of the marriage. So in this particular case, one thing I see eventually, this person will be getting into the matrimonial, bondage, but there's not going to be any attachment to it. Then the other thing you want to pay attention to, Mercury, sitting in the seventh, sitting in the seventh in the Vamsha. Okay. So what happens? And Mars is moving towards Mercury, which is the fourth lord of establishment of home. So this is what Mercury is. What is Mercury? Mercury is intelligence, education, statistics, logic. With Mars and Ketu can make a person a mathematician. With Sun and Mars can make a person into a physicist, can make a person into a researcher with Ketu. So Mercury's intelligence, it's always using this part. So what happens with in the concept when it comes to their area of marriage and relationship, whoever this person is, okay, they go into too many of logical things when it comes to marriage, love, relationship. It's like when in romance, somebody's kissing you on your first date or second date, or you're being intimate with someone, they'll be like, huh, what is this touching of the lips and these feelings that are coming? And then I'm getting excited. What is this? Is this something that is necessary? How did universe create this? This person will start to think about those things than actually being in the moment. This person will calculate too much. They want logic in terms of marriage and love and romance, and that's not how that works. Actually, Ketu in the seventh house does excellent for marriage. You know why? Because the person thinking from the heart. They're like, I don't care. I want to marry this person. I don't care how she is. I'm happy. Like some people you will see, and I was actually I had the chart. I don't know where that chart is. It's actually a new chart where a person is happily married, but nobody around that person will like that spouse. There are those situations in the chart. So Ketu actually in the seventh house does not mean detachment. Ketu in the seventh house is a person thinks from the heart. You tell this person to marry this person, look at this proposal, and then no, I don't feel it. Nope, 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 nope. But the one that they will feel, they'll be all surrendering to that because Ketu is surrender. So this Mercury is doing this. So now, because of the fourth Lord Mars going towards Mercury, one will not feel like, oh, yes, it's so great to form a family, having kids, coming home, going out to dinner, going on vacations. No, this person will again start to be logically, what is this having kids? And, there's all these kids out in the world. I can just, take care of them. They'll just go into this philosophical, logical mode. That's what happens. Let's look at this third chart. Okay. Moon in the fifth house of romance, meeting Mars, then meets Ketu. Okay. So when it comes to that romance, this person feels frustrated and then detached. They'll get frustrated and then get completely detached from the romance. Okay. And then look at the fact again. What did I say with Sun in the seventh? This is something that I will show you in there in the course because I don't want to talk about it on YouTube about this stuff. But now look at also Moon in the Navamsh, trine from Ketu, which is the again chart of marriage along with everything else. Okay, and Moon is the fifth house of romance. And what is the fifth house besides romance? It is the gain of the marriage. So this is the seventh house. What happens when you get married? You're gaining a partner. And that's where Moon, Mars, Ketu are. Not only that, you can also count Uranus. This person has a completely topsy-turvy logic related to marriage and romance. And again, there's something else that I'm seeing with this chart. I don't want to say it. I'll talk about these things um, in the actual private setting. But this is what's detaching them. And then again, Ketu is bringing that detachment. Jupiter is in the seventh house. So this obviously shows me this person was probably a priest or yogi in their past life. However, they ignored their family or they promised someone, I'll be with you, and then they weren't, and they went on to their monastic life. So now they have to fulfill that promise. They have to fulfill that promise, especially with the seventh lord being in the 10th house. That too trine from Saturn. So some charts, you're destined to get married, but yeah, it's not something that you are set to enjoy because you're still having those past life resonance in your chart. Now, was this the interesting? Yes, this was the interesting chart. I don't even need to see the moon. Okay, I don't need to know what's happening with the moon. This is why I chose this particular chart. Look at the degrees of the seventh lord. 29 degrees. When seventh, the Lord is at 29 degrees, after marriage, a person loses interest in marriage. They want sannyas. They want to go towards their spiritual life. But and this is this is the thing that I've actually even said in my Vimsamsa readings to people. I'm like, I know you want to go towards this monastic life, but you are stuck, right? The only thing that will move you forward is when you get married. Sometimes your spiritual awakening doesn't happen until you do the thing that is supposed to take you into the material world. And then it moves you. So this is something, degree wise too, I'm going to discuss something. There's another thing as well with this. So just by that, okay, seventh Lord being here at 29 degrees shows me this. Then I think there was another one. Where was Moon as the Atmakarka? I thought I had a chart with Moon as the Atmakarka. Oh, this is the last one. Moon is the Atmakarka. Check the degrees of the moon and check the sign of the moon. So now you should be able to understand this. Okay. As to why. So these are the two charts where it's something away from just the mind. Okay. But also, if you see, Jupiter and Ketu are together. So Jupiter is taking the qualities of Ketu and moving forward. Jupiter is the Jiva Atma. So naturally, a person is always inclined towards research, always inclined towards their solitude life. Okay. A person doesn't feel like that they need to attach themselves to something because Jupiter is attachment. You know why? Because Jupiter is gravity. Jupiter is gravitational force. What is the gravity doing? If this is Jupiter, this is everything else is coming closer to it. Everything gets attracted to it. But now Jupiter has a repellent where when something comes close to it, Jupiter just moves back like, no, 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 stay away from me. So, and no matter when you see this, whether Ketu is in front or back, back is a little bit easier, especially if Jupiter is not retrograde, because a person who has this natural feeling of detachment still able to work things out in their material life. But if it's in front and Jupiter is direct, then most definitely they will attachment to, because remember, Jupiter is the karka of what? Second house, family, fifth house, children, ninth house, the efforts you're putting within the marriage. Why? Because it's third from the seventh house, gain of the marriage, fifth house, and then the 11th house, desire. Person does not have full desire towards these things. So this is how, and there are many more things, like I said, we're going to discuss where that sometimes a person's getting a marriage reading from me. And then I'm like saying that to them in the audio. I'm like, are you sure you want this reading? Because I don't even think you want to get married. And they're like, yes, I just wanted to see if it's meant for me. I didn't want to say anything, but I just wanted to see if it's in for me because I have no interest in it. I'm like, yeah, your Navamsha shows. So this is how you understand this. And like I said, we're going to go into all of these details one by one, slowly, slowly, slowly. When it comes to a birth chart, it's not black and white, it's 50 shades, it's 108 shades of gray. Okay. So hopefully this has helped. Thank you.